Hello everyone, SirMonkeySuit Zappy here, back again with House of the Dragon. We are on Season 1, Episode 2, and in the very first episode, we met all of these new characters that we're going to be spending some time with, including the likes of Viserys, who is now the current king. I do actually like him as a character. I don't know if he's kind of suited for the throne though. I feel like he's quite complacent, lets things kind of pass him by. He's not very proactive, but I don't think he has a bad bone in his body. You know, I think that's fairly certain. We have his brother Daemon, who has a claim to the throne. Obviously Viserys was trying to get a baby boy as his heir, and he succeeded with Balon at the death of his wife, but then the baby ended up dying anyway, yeah, that sucked. That was very, very brutal. And so it put Daemon back in line again. I like Daemon as a character. I do. I think he's got very violent tendencies, which is why not a lot of people actually want him as the heir to the Iron Throne, because that kind of person on the throne with that much power probably wouldn't end well. But I quite like him as a character. I think he's quite an interesting, complicated character, because while he does have these violent tendencies, I do believe that he generally loves his brother and whatnot, and you do see that. So yeah, he's been sent away by Viserys for things that he said about his recently deceased nephew, which, yeah, weren't great. Not great choice of words there, Daemon, but he's been sent away, so now he's no longer in King's Landing, and the new heir has been named, which is Viserys' daughter, Rhaenyra. Who, originally he wanted a boy to be the heir, but, he said sorry to Rhaenyra, who is his daughter, and now she is now the heir. And we also have the likes of Otto Hightower, who is the Hand of the King. He's an interesting character as well. I feel like he's the one that is playing the game, as we all know, with, those on the council like to kind of just inch their way higher into more, strengthening their position and their house. And we see that with the fact that he sent his daughter Alicent to comfort the king for losing his wife and child, which, if things were to progress from there, that's, it would definitely increase the standing of House Hightower. So yeah, and with the likes of Lord Corlys, who I believe is the Master of Ships on the council, his wife Rhaenys also has a claim to the throne, and yeah, we'll see what goes from there. We did see at the end of last episode that all of the houses were vowing, giving their vows to the new heir. And it's interesting, like, even though a lot of these people are given their vows and whatnot and accept this, deep down I don't know if they do. So, it could cause a bit of a, I don't know, like maybe like a possible war in the future. I don't know. We will see. I wouldn't be surprised if it leads up to some kind of Blackfire rebellion, put it that way. So yeah, I'm excited to see where we go from here. So yeah, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. So yeah, if you do want to watch my full-length reaction to this episode in full, then a link is down in the description there for you, so you can watch the full-length reaction and not just the cut 15 minutes or whatever it is. And there's also the link to the episode 3 reaction as well, so if you do want to watch my reaction to episode 3 right now and don't have to wait, then the link is down there for you. But yeah, nothing else to really talk about, so we are going to get in episode 2 and see what we get. So without further ado, let's go. Oh wow, okay, so they're like literally going with the exact same theme. I don't know if I like the idea of that, but oh my god, that is horrendous. Oh, that is horrible.
King's Guard must soon be restored to its full complement of 7. With the help of the Hand, I've invited a number of fine candidates to court. All have passed fair trials.
4 ships have now been lost. The last one was flying my banner. I want to know what is to be done about my ships and my men. I want to seize the stepstones by force and burn out this crab feeder.
I am not prepared to
Yeah,
start
that was the crab feeder. Okay, that makes
These
sense.
pirates are not the free cities.
Who do you think provides them with their ships?
The king's own brother has been allowed to seize Dragonstone and fortify it with an army of his gold cloaks. Daemon has squatted there for over half a year.
I've sent envoys to Pentos and Volantis to see if we might find common cause.
You have dragon riders, father. It would be a show of force.
At least the princess has a plan.
Why don't you take the princess to see about the new King's Guard posting, Lord Commander?
I don't know if that
This
was the
knight
right
will
decision.
protect you as well. You should choose.
I mean, she is the heir. She should have a sort of a say, or at least like be able to be in the room and you know, take note.
Son of Sir Royce Caran, Sir Desmond has proved strong and steady in both the tourney lists and without. Sir Desmond recently brought a would-be poacher to justice.
You might thank him for his leal service, Princess.
We thank you for your loyal service to the crown, sir.
Son of Lord Lyman Mallister of Seaguard. Winner of the melee at Cider Hall.
Do any of these knights have combat experience? Beyond capturing poachers?
Damn. Yeah, I mean that would help, wouldn't it?
Sir Kristen Cole.
You saw combat in the Stormlands.
Dornish marches, Princess. I fought for a year as a foot soldier against the Dornish incursions.
Knighted
And you saw
by
Kristen
Dandara.
Cole.
Okay.
Let's not be too hasty. Seaguard, for instance, is the realm's prime defense against reavers from the Iron Islands.
Those men are tawny knights. My father should be defended by a man who's known real combat.
The Valyrian capital was built into a volcano, much like Dragonstone.
Is that that's what this is?
Over 1,000 dragons, a navy large enough to span the seas of the world. The glory of old Valyria will never be seen again.
Shit.
I wish she would approach me.
What if you went to her?
There are times when I would rather face the Black Dread himself than mine own daughter of 15.
Ha.
It's only been half a year since my mother died. And already they tried to marry my father off and replace me as heir.
I know those men and how they plot in their secret councils when I've been sent away.
I guess because it's the faith of the Seven, right? And the Targaryens aren't really connected with that sort of religion, and they've both lost their mother. So, like one of the faith of the Seven, like one of the Seven is the mother, right?
What do I say? Whatever you wish. It's only for you and the gods to know. I want him to see me as more than his little girl.
Oh, absolutely well said.
Mine own father does not know the language of girls either.
I wish to apologize for the tenor at the small council today, Your Grace. It was not my intent to make offense.
Your fleet is one of the realm's most important assets, Lord Corlys.
I fear that the eyes of our enemies are presently fixed on the Red Keep. The Queen has passed. A girl has been named heir to the Iron Throne, the first in its history. And now a foreign power has established a colony in our most critical shipping lane.
At the moment, the Crown is perceived as being vulnerable.
Yeah, they're right.
And a
They're
blind
right.
incursion in the Stepstones is the only way to demonstrate that we are not.
Join our families. Wed our daughter Laena. Unite the two great surviving Valyrian houses.
Oh
With
shit.
the Targaryen dragons and the Valarian fleet bound in blood, you can show the realm that the Crown's strongest days are ahead.
To strengthen your line and produce more heirs, you could not ask for a stronger match than Laena.
More games being played. But this is the thing, like, God, he's just named right now heir, and he's like, and now it's like, well, everyone's jumping in to try and like, yeah, I need to create more heirs. Fucking hell, just from a little
The
cut.
maggots will remove the dead flesh and hopefully stop the advance of the rot.
God.
He proposed a marriage.
To whom? Your Grace?
The Lady Laena.
The Lady Laena is young, Your Grace. A match with their daughter would go a long way towards sealing the breach. The Grand Maester's reasoning is sound.
This is Lady Laena. Jesus Christ.
Do you know where Vhagar is now?
The Dragon Keepers believe she made home somewhere on the coast of the Narrow Sea.
The workers at Spice Town report hearing her song at times. Your Grace, it would be a great honor to join our houses as they were in Old Valyria. I would give you many children of pure Valyrian blood so that we might strengthen the royal line and the realm.
She's been told to say
Is that what your father told you to? What did your mother tell you?
That I wouldn't have to bed you until I turned 14.
Christ. Like, I mean, Viserys is like, it's like he doesn't want to do this.
It is his duty to take a new wife and strengthen his line.
I did not ask for a lesson in politics. I asked whether this bothers you.
Lena is your daughter, Princess. Does it bother you?
Of course it does. His new wife will produce new heirs, and chances are better than not that one of those will be male. And when that boy comes of age and your father has passed, the men of the realm will expect him to be heir.
When I am queen, I will create a new order.
Oh, I wish that could be Rhaenyra.
Similar to Daenerys.
Men would sooner put the realm to the torch than see a woman ascend the Iron Throne. And your father is no fool.
I'm sure that she is good and kind, and that she will enjoy your company, as I have, Your Grace.
She keeps picking her like nails and stuff.
I brought you something. I asked the stonemasons to mend it.
Fixed it. Yeah.
Very kind gesture, Alicent.
Daridoros daimon sikiasidas
What?
Egliseus.
The prince
stole a dragon
left a
egg.
missive, which I believe might explain.
And rightful heir to the Iron Throne, to announce that he
Rightful
is
heir.
to take a second wife. Her Grace is with child, and is to have a dragon's egg placed in the babe's cradle, in the custom of House Targaryen.
Scorio dromon daemon leitas.
Onidrotso iles Daridoros.
Dreamfires? What's that?
Daridoro belo matsumbile.
Oh, Jesus Christ. He hasn't.
Assemble
Oh.
a detachment, Otto.
You know what it is.
I will go to Dragonstone and drag Daemon back to face justice
Your
myself.
Grace. But it's too dangerous. Daemon is without limit. Let me go to Dragonstone.
It's the egg.
Your occupation of this island is at an end. You're to relinquish the dragon's egg, disband your army, banish your whore.
Oh, shit.
Sir Crispin, wasn't it?
Sir Kristen Cole, my prince.
Ah, yes, apologies. I couldn't recall.
Perhaps my prince recalls when I knocked him off his horse.
Damn.
Very good. Simply keeping with the traditions of my house, the same as my brother did for his heir.
Those traditions are for the true-born children of royalty, not for bastards fathered on a common whore. This is an abomination. With every breath you soil your name, your house, and your brother's reign.
Our love does not know titles and traditions. Here it is.
Are you mad? You've never survived this.
Well, happily, neither would you.
Even if it ends in the death of your unborn child and its mother.
Fucking hell. Oh, shit.
Sheathe the fucking steel.
Sheathe the fucking steel. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fucking hell. That was cool. The clouds were almost like water. It's just like the way they could seep through. That was sick.
What are you doing here, princess?
Preventing bloodshed. Kesu ugleisa, luon zombaz mi anuchon isa. Kepus?
Ia sila vosse euro daor.
Vedroso dari ohi ikida.
Indrari onorion daor.
Sekedje sut nuchon vronkron, dromon laudigon ao belvitas.
Pipot zadrzon mazem pilo vule, konir nuhruho suttailan.
She didn't know anything about this, did she? Oh, God.
If you wish to be restored as heir, you'll need to kill me.
Just thinking about it. Jesus Christ. We like threw the egg. Alright, Rhaenyra kind of just came in and undermined Otto.
You announced that we were to be wed?
On the morrow.
I ensured long ago that I would never be threatened by childbirth.
Good. Children can be such irritating creatures.
You swore to protect me, Demo. His men might not put the prince's head on a spike, but what would they do with the commoner he claims he's taken to wife and made with child?
No one will harm you.
It's like a French
Most of my
accent there,
years
isn't
have
it?
been spent living in terror. I didn't come into your service wanting gold. The power. The station. I came to you to be liberated.
From what?
Fear.
Yeah, you kind of by Damon's side. That's kind of stuck with fear. I'm not too convinced of the accent. I don't know if it's the actress's, like, it doesn't sound like a natural French accent, so I don't know. I'm not convinced on that.
And she is the eldest daughter of the wealthiest house in the realm. She comes from unimpeachable Valyrian stock, and she has Targaryen blood. What's to mislike?
She is 12.
She will mature.
There you go.
You should also consider that we find ourselves on the precipice of war in the Stepstones. And the Sea Snake holds claim to nearly half the realm's ships. Driftmark makes for a better ally than it does an enemy. Sate Lord Corlys and fix him at your side, permanently as an ally.
The princess has returned from Dragonstone.
Dragonstone? You are my only heir. You could have been killed.
I don't know
A
what...
feat I'm not sure Sir Otto could have accomplished alone.
I don't know what Otto's plan was, to be honest.
Yes.
He was going without dragon, so I don't know, man.
I struggle to realize that my daughter had so quickly become a woman grown. But I know she understands what is now expected of me.
The king must take a new wife.
You are my only heir, and our line is vulnerable, too easily ended.
I think he recognises, yeah, that this choice is a big one.
I have decided to take a new wife.
Alicent's here. Why is Alicent here if it's not going to be her?
I intend to marry.
So I don't know what she's going to think of this. Oh, shit.
The Lady Alicent Hightower.
Christ. Ugh.
Before spring's end.
Well, Otto's going to be happy with that.
This is an absurdity. My house is Valerian, the greatest power in the realm.
And I am your king.
Oh, man. Oh, this is... yeah. Ah, these decisions, man. These fucking decisions. I don't know if it's the right one, man. I mean...
House Valerian's origins reach back to old Valyria, more ancient even than House Targaryen, according to some texts. For centuries, my house had to scratch out an existence from the sea, with grit and luck. Unlike every other lord of the realm, I can say that I built my house's high seat with the strength of mine own back.
Damn. Fuck. Oh, that's not good.
Wasn't where you had a king for a brother.
You've heard of the troubles in the Stepstones. I have been petitioning the king to send my navy into the territory, but he's denied me.
And it was never my brother's strongest trait, being king.
Yeah.
If those shipping lanes fall, my house will be crippled. I will not have Driftmark beggared while our king idles himself with feasts and balls and tourneys.
I will speak of my brother as I wish. You will not.
Damn.
Worth is not given. It must be made.
Or made, yeah. Oh, Jesus. I guess that's the crab feeder then. Hell is this mask, dude? Fuck. No. Okay, episode 2. Fuck. Oh no. I don't know where this leaves. Oh, well, actually, well, I don't know. I guess it's fine for Viserys, but like it's a big blow though, because like they were saying, like Lord Corlys and his ships are like kind of like they're unmatched, and that's like, you know, their navy and whatnot, like between the narrow sea, and it's such a protection. Like to lose that is bad, you know, like But I guess in terms of the fact that, you know, you've got Daemon, that's, you know, he's taken up Dragonstone. So he's still on Westeros, so I guess, like, no one from the east, like an Essos, will, you know, actually go on and try and conquer Westeros. But all this talk that he was bigging up about, you know, how they're looking at the you know, the king as though he's weak, and, you know, they're looking at him like, you know, talking about enemies. I never imagined that over from Essos people would try and conquer. But it seems as though these free cities have put up this whole thing and are in cahoots with this crab feeder in the step zones to fuck up and essentially raid Westerosi sailors. And you know what? I can't blame Corlys, because I mean, he's right. Like, I don't know where his house is Driftmark. And he was talking about it there, like at the end, like how he was like, unlike, you know, other lords that kind of just get inherited into their houses, like, I built mine off my own back, like, this is mine, and I'm not going to sit around while it's basically, you know, it's because it's bound to be, like, if it's a ship, it's bound to be on the coast of Westeros, right? And imagine it's right on the narrow sea. So, like, his house is, like, at threat from what's going on here, you know? And it weakens his. So I don't blame him at all. And I just wonder if Viserys has made the wrong decision. Like, I know it's not great. Like, you know, of course, in, you know, this modern sensibility that we have, like, marrying a 12-year-old is just fucking crazy. It's wrong. But, like, you're talking about modern sensibilities, like this, like, the way that this is set up is in like medieval times, where this kind of shit happened all the time, you know, and it was done so that you could keep alliances happy, and, you know, like, it's for the good of the realm and whatnot. And maybe marrying Lady Lena was probably the best option, because not only have you've lost that. You've lost that allegiance with Corlys, who was your best, you know, you're talking about the best navy there. You've lost that, which is huge. But, like, even that talk with Rhaenyra, like, Rhaenyra, before he announced that he was going to be marrying Alicent, like, Rhaenyra was fine with it. But the thing is that you've kept all of this, like, these talks that you've been having with Alicent for, like, 6 months or whatever. You've been keeping it quiet. Yeah, you haven't told Rhaenyra anything about this, and Alicent hasn't told her either. So, like, I mean, even though Rhaenyra was fine with you marrying on, like, she'd made peace with all of that stuff, and then you find out, oh, by the way, who I'm marrying is your best mate. Like, fucking hell, man. So now you've lost side with your daughter again. And then to make it worse, Corlys is now allying up with Daemon, who is the, like, arguably the biggest threat at the moment, because he's kind of a bit unpredictable at the moment. So I don't know, you know, what this will do is not like an exact fight, I guess, between, like, you won't get, like, I don't think you'd get a fight between Daemon and Viserys directly in a war between them. But seemingly what Corlys was talking about there was this idea that if you go to the Stepstones and you sort all of this out, then people of Westeros will back your claim over Rhaenyra, right? So, you know, that puts basically, you know, if it comes down to a decision, kind of like, you know, a council, you know, votes that was done under Jaehaerys, then the likelihood is it'll, you know, more than likely, almost certainly go to Daemon, because, you know, we know what society it is, and it's going to put a man on the throne before, you know, a woman. So, Jesus, man, like, yeah. So in terms of Viserys, I don't know, like, I do wonder if that was the wrong decision. Otto is happy, of course he is. You know, this is exactly what Otto wanted. It strengthens his house and whatnot. I think, like, it's, you know, that's the other thing as well, is because you have Baratheon, who is, you know, clearly he would go along with Corlys and Rhaenys, right? So that's what another house that'll more than likely be away. But as of right now, in terms of every other house, we haven't seen any reason to think that they won't be on board with Viserys, right? So, you know, you've still got 6 kingdoms there of the 7. So, you know, it's still a good outfit, but, you know, just losing your navy is a big one there. And strengthening Daemon, which, you know, could hurt him in the end. So possibly a wrong decision there. Yeah, I don't know what Otto's plan was when he was going over to Dragonstone, because he's going up against a dragon. All right. Now he did say that, like, if this comes to blows, like, you'll be declaring war. And he also said that, like, you know, they were having a back and forth, and it was like, well, we'll both die. It was like Daemon just didn't care. But you could tell that, like, what Daemon was doing here was, like, he was sort of just prying in. You know what I mean? Doing what Daemon does. Which is be a dick, you know what I mean? Sending letters claiming that that Messiah is pregnant and that we're going to marry, and like none of that was run by her at all. It was just to try and get Viserys' attention. But who turns up but the guy that he doesn't like, you know, he hates the most. Fucking Hightower. That was a great face-off, by the way. I really enjoyed that scene. That was the best of the episode. I really enjoyed that. It was really cool. I love fucking Otto's sheathe the fucking steel. It's funny, man. Yeah, so the gold cloaks just totally back Daemon then. That's it. Even though it was part of the, you know, it was supposed to be a part of like the King's Landing, and it's supposed to be under the king. They're completely with Daemon. Mad. So he literally just took them all and fucked off with them. So where's the law in King's Landing now then? Like, who's doing that? I don't know, man. I mean, you've got the King's Guard, but they're just the King's Guard. They're not, like, you know, they're not out there policing the, you know, like the town. So God knows, man. They're gonna have to bring up another one, because otherwise things could get really bad in the city. Crime will just rise back up again after Daemon's left. But at the beginning of the episode, they talk about Sir Ryman's replacement, Sir Ryam. He was one of the Kingsguard before, so they needed a new one. New one ended up being Criston Cole after Rhaenyra basically chose, you know, who it was going to be, and very rightly well done. Called out, you know, has anybody here actually seen real battle? Or have they just been, you know, capturing poachers? So yeah, really well done. And again, like, when we go back to like Viserys' decision, like, he's making like wrong decisions, I feel like, because another one is like he's sent Rhaenyra out, you know, when she was trying to have a say with the dragons. Now, don't get me wrong, I do believe that going there with dragons is a slippery slope. So, I think he was right to turn that one down. But to send her out entirely is it's a bit much, I think. So I think that was a wrong decision to send her out there. But, you know, I think she made the right decision in choosing the Kingsguard, which is the reason why she was sent out in the first place. But surely that could have waited until the end of the whole thing, you know? But you just see that, like, Sora is you know, Daddy's little girl, so, you know, you come to terms with that at the end of the episode and whatnot, but he's pissed her off again, so, yeah. We found out as well that the model that Viserys was building is actually Valyria, which is really cool. I do like that. I couldn't really see in the first episode whether it was King's Landing or not, but the fact that it's Valyria is really cool, like, actually being able to see at least some of it. And then we had the scene where it's kind of like the Faith of the Seven, right? I'm guessing they were in a sept, and they had the table that's basically like lighting candles and whatnot, the Faith of the Seven. And it seems like Alicent's sort of kind of getting like Rhaenyra to like learn about the Faith of the Seven and whatnot, because yeah, it's like Targaryens and stuff, like they come over from, you know, Essos, where Valyria was, you know, so they're not really like they're not. I don't even think they're like religious people. Like I don't think they actually like. Yeah, I don't think they worship gods and stuff. I don't think they have one. So, you know, like just for the sake of because the the kingdom of Westeros and whatnot, the Seven Kingdoms is all like it's followed by the crown as well. Like what is it? What do they say, man? In Game of Thrones, it's like it's the crown and the faith, right? So yeah, I mean the fact that the Targaryens they have to follow the faith of the Seven is it's good for her to learn that kind of stuff, because if she is going to be on the throne one day, then she will obviously need to abide by that kind of that faith as well. So yeah, what else? Viserys's finger. Jesus, what is going on? It was a slight cut. Like that's all it was. It was a little nip on the end of his pinky, and his whole finger has just turned black. What is going on? I said in the last episode that like I didn't know like is it poison or something, but like I don't even know, like a slight nick for that bad. I don't know, man. Like it seems like any injury he's getting off the throne doesn't heal. Just I don't know. I don't know what he does. I don't know. What does he do? He's gonna have to get rid of it. Just gonna have to chop it off, because clearly whatever's happening is not working. Yeah, we had the Lady Lena sort of walk and whatnot. Yeah, she is young. She looks really young as well. Probably younger than 12. Like that's what like how young, like younger she looks. But it was confirmed she is actually 12 there. But yeah, there was a cool little talk between them as well. Like basically all they talked about was dragons and stuff, and it was interesting. Like Viserys actually rode Balerion. That's mad. That's cool. I mean, that's got to be mad, like insane, like riding a dragon as big as that. I don't know if we'll ever get to see it. I hope we do. It would be really cool. But well, that's something we'll have to wait and see. But while Balerion is gone, Vhagar actually still lives, which I believe is one of Aegon's wives' dragon, I think. So the fact that Vhagar still lives is crazy, and they're big as well. So that one actually is still alive, but it's just off on its own. Yeah, that's cool. We had Otto and the Maester scheming as well when Viserys had his finger in the bloody maggots and whatnot. Like, seemingly them two are kind of scheming together, which is interesting. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see like where that goes. Like I guess the Maester might be on side of the High Towers, because the High Towers come from Old Town, right? So it doesn't surprise me that them two are kind of, if anyone's in cahoots, it would be them. We have Alicent picking her nails as well. Like she's anxious, which is like interesting. Clearly she doesn't want to be the wife of Viserys. Like, I feel like it's interesting because I feel like they had a good like little relationship going, but she still doesn't want to, and I don't know if it's just because she's struggling with the idea that she's being forced to do something. Like she doesn't, like she has to go along with the whole ladylike thing, but like, she's being forced to do it, something she doesn't want to do. Like it just makes her anxious. So I don't know. Then Daemon, of course, like and like another thing of Daemon being a dick, like he stole Balon's egg, the one that was meant to be for the one that he said was the heir for a day. Like, come on, dude. God, how much of a dick can you be? The problem is that I just like him though. Like I like him. Like I love to hate him. And I also want to know, like, how did he actually get the egg? Like, how did he get in there? Like, surely someone would have known if he flew in there. So, what did he do? Did he sail across and sneak in? He must have done, because surely someone would have noted Syraxes there. Speaking of which, I love Syraxes' like, kind of squealy, like it's like a squealy kind of hissy kind of thing, and I really like that roar. Like, it's very cool, very good characterization of dragons that look different, sound different. I really like. Yeah, and it was just like a great face-off. But I think like Rhaenyra coming in like to save the day, which is really cool, by the way. Like the way like the clouds like moved, it was almost like it was coming up from the ocean. It was really, really cool entrance. But like her coming in and basically saying like, right, well, I'm right here. If you kill me, that's it. You're heir to the throne. So just kill me right now. And it's funny, like Daemon just thinking about it long enough. I was like, nah, fine, whatever. Chucks the egg. Jesus, so petty, man. But like Rhaenyra turning up, like almost like it completely undermined Otto. But I just didn't know what his plan was, you know. Like, what was Otto's plan going up against a dragon? I mean, fair fucking play to him, because it's like him and what, 20 men? They said, just him and 20 men, just. Oh god, him and 20 men just wandering up the Dragonstone. Against a dragon and gold cloaks and Daemon. Very badass. I find Otto, like, I really like him, you know. But I think part of it is just down to like I love Rhys Ifans, but you know, I like the character that he's playing as well. Very interesting. It's kind of got like the way that he goes about his business. He's almost like a Tywin kind of, like he feels like a Tywin, you know. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, anyway, that's all I've got. But I'm really, really excited about this. Episode 3 won't be long. I know that it's out already now, but it won't be long, trust me. I'll try and get like, you know, that available before episode 4 comes out. But anyway, yeah, that is all I've got. So thank you everyone for watching. In the description below I have links to certain things. One of them is the Discord. You can get yourself over there if you wish. And I also have a Patreon page as well. So if you do want to support me on Patreon, it'd be very much appreciated. There is a bunch of different tiers and rewards there, like early access gives you access to shows a week early, so you can get access to episode 3, you know, right now as this is out for the public. And you can also watch all of the reactions I do in full length as well. There's a full length tier there to give you access to my full length reactions. Yeah, there's also a tier there for movies as well. So if you want to watch my full length reaction to movies, then that is the tier for you there. We'll be doing some more movies soon. My Hero Academia World Heroes movie's out as well, so I will be doing that very soon. So keep an eye out for that. But that's all I've got. So thank you for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.